He tried to tell us a story, Adam, but we weren't buying it.
Well, he's following McLaurin, and that's the direction that Wentz is looking. And there's Denzel Ward looking for the pick. He's got it. Understanding it from the +40, and it's going to be a stop. Robinson is 13 for 17 on 3rd and 4th and 1 in his rookie season. Here comes Nick Chubb. What a move that was to get ahead of steam off a cut in the backfield, and like a blur, he takes it inside the 45 of Washington.
Braver than me, I guarantee you that.
A lot of Nick Chubb early in this game, and a lot of Nick Chubb yards early in this game. Another good cut, and another good run, and it's 1st and goal for Cleveland.
This is why I didn't like going for it on 4th down. You give him a short field, you give him opportunity, and the other thing for me is
he chips on Garrett. Wentz, deep shot, underthrown ball, and it's another Carson Wentz interception. This time it's Grant Delpit. Back-to-back weeks with a pick for Delpit, his 3rd of the year, 2nd for Wentz, and the boos rain down in Landover yet again. Pressure coming from Cleveland. Wentz under pressure, and he gets swallowed up. Chase Winovich yet again.
About doing it the right way.
The 6-year man out of Miami, Njoku. Quick toss, Cooper, there he is, didn't drop that one, and slipped past the defender, and escaped Ridgeway, and got all the way to the end zone for a touchdown.
Well, you're just man-to-man out here, and it's Fuller on the outside, but watch the close. You've got the whole sideline as part of your, as part of your defense there, so you can push him out of the sideline, but you take that inside path that's a leverage path that's just wrong, and then obviously Cooper down the sideline. That was the first catch to a wide receiver, by the way.
They're moving him and Clowney around as they often do. Here comes Garrett. Here comes Garrett. There's Garrett right on cue with the sack. 14.5 this season, closing in on his own Cleveland record.
And drafted Conklin, so he's one of those guys that understands it.
Watson looking downfield. He's got Cooper again. Another 3rd down conversion to Amari Cooper. The 2 big plays through the pass game for Cleveland have belonged to number 2 today. Win for Dallas last week changes things a lot. Njoku downfield. This time he makes the grab sure-handed.
When you put a new offense in, that's some of the stuff that the quarterbacks have to do.
Commanders bring pressure. Watson finds Peoples-Jones, and Donovan Peoples-Jones is in for a touchdown.
Well, he's just going to come on a shallow cross right here across the field, and I love the timing of this route because he really just slow plays it off the release, and then
Chubb has the most yards in the 4th quarter in the NFL this year. They'll fake it to Chubb, and now Watson takes off. That's a good play design and good call by Kevin Stefanski. All 6 timeouts at the coach's disposal, plus the 2-minute warning. Chubb stays in to help with the pressure, opening up Watson to find Amari Cooper, and Cooper sneaks in for the touchdown. A huge Cleveland score late in this game. The 2nd of the day for Cooper.
And Watson delivering. And what happens when you flash that play action, when you flash that running back, that underneath coverage gets sucked up. You see Mayo.
A rough December where they went 0-2-1 with Heineke at quarterback. Wentz getting the start today as the calendar flips. Wentz trying to spin away, and he's going to end up losing yardage. Myles Garrett and Taven Bryan each had a hand in bringing down Wentz. Thomas has to get out of bounds at that point instead of trying to hurdle past a 3rd cornerback. Wentz slant, popped into the air and incomplete. Emerson got in there against Dotson to pop it up. Just his 8th catch of the year. The clock continues to move. Wentz, deep ball. Dotson in double coverage. Grant Delpit had his hands on it, and it's picked off for a 2nd time today by Delpit. And again, you are correct, though. Dallas can still get the number 1 seed because they have the tiebreak over Minnesota. Remember they blew them out this year.
There I was.
You were right. You're right on top of it.
Even when I'm wrong, I'm right.
Well, I lean on you being right more often than not.